Welcome back into the Duke Will Center in Arkadelphia, and welcome into the Domino's pregame show. Domino's, a proud sponsor of Henderson State Athletics. Pick up a pizza at 1412 Pine Street, Arkadelphia, or for delivery, call 870-246-3131. Well, after watching the women's game, the men want to jump back up and get a big win over Northwestern Oklahoma State here at home this afternoon. The Reddies in the midst of a 3-game homestand before going to Southeastern and East Central next week. They will play East Central at home on Monday night. That is a 6 o'clock game where we will face the Tigers for the first of 2 matchups this season. We'll give you a rundown of women's final scores. I forgot to do that on the post-game show. You'll have to forgive me. I had a longtime friend come down to the table and wanted to visit, so I got a little too antsy. So, final scores across the conference: Southeastern Oklahoma 80, UAM 61. Southern Arkansas falls to East Central 61-59. East Central hangs on to the win in that one. Harding 77, Oklahoma Baptist 48. It's a bit of a surprise. Southern Nazarene 59, Arkansas Tech 56. That helps the Reddies with Arkansas Tech falling. Southwestern Oklahoma 80, Ouachita 56, and of course our game, Reddies 87, Northwestern Oklahoma 78. Let's take a look while we have a second here at all the other games. We have a full slate once again in the Great American Conference. Southeastern is at UAM. East Central is at Southern Arkansas. Southwestern is across the street. Oklahoma Baptist is at Harding. And Southern Nazarene is at Arkansas Tech. We'll step aside for the first time in this pregame show. We'll come back and give you an update on the GAC standings and much more as the Domino's pregame show continues after this. You're listening to Reddy Basketball on the Henderson State Sports Network. Blake Smith back here with you. As the Domino's pregame show continues, we will take time and look now at the Great American Conference standings entering play today in men's basketball. Oklahoma Baptist in first place with a 13-3 conference record. Southeastern behind them at 11-4. Northwestern a half game back, tied with Southern Nazarene for third in the conference at 11-5. Reddies are in a tie for fifth place with Southern Arkansas, both with 9-7 records. A game and a half ahead of Southwestern Oklahoma State, who is in the 7th spot, and East Central at 6-8 in conference play holds on to the 8 seed. Arkansas Monticello was the 9 seed at 6-9. Arkansas Tech 5-10. Ouachita 3-13. Harding 2-14. So it's gonna be some interesting ones. If I'm looking, we've got our game, of course. Could be two really good matchups today, and a couple on the other side that are just kind of fringe. Just kind of depends on how everything goes on both sides. And Northwestern comes into this game this afternoon with a record of 16-6 overall, and as I mentioned earlier, 11-5 in conference play. The Reddies are 13-9 overall, 9-7 in conference play. We'll step aside once more. We'll come back after this with your keys to the game as the Domino's pregame show continues. You're listening to Reddy Basketball on the Henderson State Sports Network. Blake Smith back here with you on the Domino's pregame show. It's time now for your Southwest Auto Collection Keys to Victory, offering the best American-made vehicles: Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. Pick up your keys to a new vehicle today at the Southwest Auto Collection on 10th Street in Arkadelphia or online at idriveswa.com. For the Reddies, your first key is break the streak. Northwestern comes in having won 7 consecutive games coming into today's matchup, and it's up to you to send them back to Alva not having made it 8. That's a tough thing. When a team gets on a roll like Northwestern has, it's tough. They were 4-5 in conference play prior to this streak. That is really interesting to see, and now the Reddies are going to have to be the ones to play streak breaker this afternoon. Now, on offense, get out of the funk. Of course, we all know how the Reddies shot the ball on Thursday night in the loss to Southwestern Oklahoma. That game is over. We are worried about this game. New start offensively. Everything's in good shape. We're ready to go. Just coming down to finding ways at whatever level you can to put the ball in the hole. And finally, defensively, don't let Northwestern share the love. They have 5 different players that average in double figures, and 4 of them are in the starting lineup. And this is a team chock full of Division I transfers. Northwestern has always been kind of a place for D1 transfers to come back. and they have finally started to gel together. But you've got to make sure that whoever scores is going to score. Don't take a bunch of stuff over and let them get different guys, different looks. Try to limit 2 or 3 of those guys and let 1 or 2 of them do what they can. If you do that defensively, you're going to be able to lock down and have a victory. One more timeout. We'll go 90 seconds on this one and come back and introduce you to the starting lineups and get this one underway. You're listening to Reddy Basketball on the Henderson State Sports Network. Back here with you, just about ready to get this game underway between the Reddies and the Northwestern Oklahoma State Rangers, who are led by Vinay Patel in his 3rd season. I remember when he coached at Oklahoma City University of the NAIA, took him to the national tournament in Kansas City, saw them play there a couple of times. He's in his 3rd season. He's assisted by Jordan Franz. Northwestern 16-6 overall, 11-5 in conference play. Winners of 7 in a row, and we'll now turn it over to David Sally.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the NWOSU Center on the campus of Henderson State University for today's Great American Conference game between the visiting Northwestern Oklahoma State Rangers and your Henderson State Reddies. Now the introduction of today's starting lineup, beginning first with our visitors, the Rangers of Northwestern Oklahoma State. At forward, a senior number 1, Anthony Jones. At forward, a sophomore number 2, Larry White. At guard, a junior number 3, Nate Carson. At guard, a senior number 4, Brian Free. And at forward, a senior number 9, Bubba Furlong. Northwestern Oklahoma State is led by head coach Vinay Patel, who's assisted by Jordan Franz. And now the starting lineup for your Henderson State Reddies. At guard, a senior from Brooklyn, New York, number 0, Xavier Davenport. At guard, a senior from Little Rock, Arkansas, number 5, Quan Marshall. At guard, a junior from Kansas City, Missouri, number 11, Frank Camke. At forward, a junior from Little Rock, Serbia, number 21, Tomislav Milošić. And at forward, a junior from Memphis, Tennessee, number 32, Ryan Boyce. The Raiders are led by head coach Jimmy Elgis, who's assisted by...
Starting lineups brought to you by Chicken Express, home of the legendary Express Tenders and Chickenese Sweet Tea, located at 3115 Pine Street in Arkadelphia. Chicken Express, a proud sponsor of Henderson State Athletics. Northwestern goes to number 1, Anthony Jones, a senior from Indianapolis, Indiana, Western Illinois transfer. Number 2, Larry White, a sophomore from Topeka, Kansas, by way of Coffeyville Community College. Number 3, Malik Parsons, a junior from San Diego, California, by way of Division II Chaminade University out in Hawaii. Number 4, Brian Free, a senior from Greensboro, North Carolina, by way of Young Harris College. And number 5, Bubba Furlong, a senior from Waco, Texas, by way of Sam Houston State. Reddies go with Davenport, Marshall, Camke, Milošić. Ryan Boyce will start instead of Yuri Swinford this afternoon. Kevin Moore, John Lartigue, and Herman Hill III are your officials. Reddies in the home whites, red letters and numbers trimmed in black. Northwestern in the road black uniforms, white letters and numbers trimmed in red. Getting set. Now the Reddies look to bounce back today against Northwestern Oklahoma, and we're underway. Rangers control the tip, and it'll be free to bring it across. A 5'8" senior. Crosses, now bounce it right side to Jones on the wing. Cam Gain guarding him closely. Top of the key, White. Slings it back left side to Free. Looking inside, loses the basketball. Has to chase it back out. Plenty of time left on the shot clock. Free finds White. Now down left side to Jones. He'll come around. A screen guarded by Boyce. Gets his way inside. Goes up through contact. No. Rebound. There's a foul. And they are going to, there's a whistle. They're going to call it an inadvertent whistle. 4 seconds. Northwestern will get it at the point of interruption. Jones will inbound, and no, they did reset the shot clock, but they shouldn't have, is what happened. Now it goes back to 4 seconds. Now Jones will finally inbound. So the box set, coming downhill hard is Free. He stops at the left wing, fires a three, and scores. Ball is dribbled off of Davenport, and they'll say it's off of Jones's leg. He tried to get quickly into the front court before I even had a chance to turn around. Davenport will come back to inbound. Parsons will be back to guard Marshall as he retrieves the inbound pass. Marshall goes right side, around some contact off of the ball screen. Davenport right wing, rips through, doesn't do it, now starts the dribble. Just takes one dribble and picks it up. He'll dump it into Miholcic. A trap down on Tom. He'll get it out to Cam Gain, and now Marshall. He thought about it, splits the two defenders, floater up in the lane, high arcing shot, no good. Rebounded by Davenport. Back out to Marshall. Now Davenport from the left side. Dumps it into Miholcic and right back. Davenport fires a three. No. Rebound comes down to Furlong. Quick pass ahead now. Parsons up the left side. Cam Gain waits for him there. They'll get it to Furlong. He wants to swing it. Now just leaves it there for Free, where there's a ball screen. Free, a step back three is no good. Rebound tipped up and in by Furlong. Didn't get the first one to go, but got the second. Boyce in the front court. He'll swing it to Marshall on the right side. Around. Now Davenport, now Cam Gain on the left side. Was around the ball screen. Cam Gain gets inside, steps through, and he traveled. Alvin Miles will check in for Quan Marshall. Reddies will wait. 18-19 left in the first half. Northwestern started on a 5-0 run. And the front court is White. Now right side it goes to Jones. A hard screen. They'll wait for the ball screen. It'll set. They'll swing it left side to Parsons. Looks left side now to White. White drives. Little floater from the baseline. No. Rebound. Cam Gain. And double teamed. He had to pick the ball up, and the second defender retreated. Miles will go back toward the division line and get it, and it's tipped out of bounds by White. They were looking for Boyce. He wasn't quite ready for it. Reddies basketball. 23 seconds left on the shot clock. Plenty of time. Davenport will inbound. Gets it in quickly to Miles. He'll go on the right wing, Davenport. Porter goes out high, left side to Cam Gain. Dribble handoff goes to Miles. Free throw line extended. Miholcic working hard, but Miles pulls a three. Bang! First basket of the game comes to Miles, and it's off the bench for the Reddies. Now trail 5-3. Between the circles comes White. Handoff now to Jones. He'll try to go downhill left side. Slows up in the lane. Scores and draws the foul. Oh. Call the foul on Xavier Davenport. Coach Elgis thought the ball was messed with when it was on the cylinder, but they'll not even look at it. Free throw line, Jones converts the three-point play. 8-3 now, the Reddies trail. Miles will bring it into the front court. Gets to the Cam Gain on the left wing. Cam Gain out to Boyce, but it's tipped into the backcourt. Ryan will go and get it. Right side with it is Davenport. Tries to go behind the back, goes up, changes direction in midair. Rebound comes down finally to Parsons. He brings it into the front court. Now hands it off to Free on the right wing and right back. Playing catch with it. They'll dump it down in the short corner to White. He'll dribble out, skip pass to Furlong, and now in the corner, Jones for three is good. Miles in the front court right side, now to Boyce. He wants to match, a long two is off the mark, no good. Cam gained the rebound. He fakes, drives inside, through contact. It's out of bounds. And Yuri Swinford will come in the game for the Reddies. .19 on the shot clock. 16:35 left in the opening half. Reddies trail 11-3. In the short corner to Cam Gain. His high arcing jumper on the way, no good. Swinford for the offensive board and back out to Davenport. He's open. He'll shoot a three. Bang! Offensive rebound creates opportunities, and the Reddies convert there. Free brings it across. 5-point game, guarded by Miles. Left side, crossover. Top of the key, and there's an offensive foul. Furlong picks up his first foul, and the team's first foul. Furlong giving Kevin Moore every bit of a piece of his mind. Miles goes right wing. Down the corner to Davenport, dribbles out. Swinford between the circles, drives left, goes all the way, stops the block, turns baby hook, no good. Rebound, long one. Can Miles track it down? They will, I'm not sure who they'll give the ball to. We got a timeout on the floor. It's immediate timeout with 15:53 left in the first half of play. Northwestern Oklahoma 11, Reddies 6 back after this. You're listening to Ready Basketball on the Henderson State Sports Network. Bit of a slow start for the Reddies on offense. They're 2 of 8 from the field, but both of their made field goals have been three-pointers. They trail Northwestern Oklahoma 11-6. It will be Ready basketball. I never did see the point. They must have shouted. Reddies will inbound. Inbound comes to Swinford out on the right wing. He'll go to his left, gets to Miles on the wing. He goes around the ball screen, splits, finds a way in the lane, dumps it under to Swinford. He pump fakes, goes up and scores. Pass ahead quickly. Here comes Jones, splits the defenders and throws one up there and scores. Miles right back the other way. Reddies still trailed by 5. There's Boyce open in the corner. He'll fire the three. It's well off its mark and no good, but Jones can't save the ball. Goes out of bounds off the rebound. Reddies will get a lucky break there as they'll get full 30 seconds on the shot clock. I thought they would. I don't guess they ever had a full change of possession there, so it'll be at 20. Miles goes around a couple of screens there, now changes course. Steps back, now out to Swinford at the volleyball line. He'll swing it to Davenport. Shot clock at 9. Short corner it goes now to Swinford. He spins in the lane and then picks up the offensive foul. Swinford's first, second Ready team foul. Malik Riddle comes into the game. He'll take Cam Gaines' place. Reddy's going to have some backcourt pressure here. They're trying to go full court man. This kind of defense is what creates offense. Jones dribbles to the left side. Did not use the ball screen to the weak side. Now down in the corner to Free. Free goes around the ball screen, trips over his own 2 feet. Jones comes away with it. Shot clock at 8. Free throw line jumper for Jones is no good. Tipped into the hands of Miles. He'll go up the right side in transition. Use the double high ball screen. Left side to Riddle. He'll catch fire. The 3 off the bench. Bang! Gets the Ready deficit down to 2. And that's a backcourt violation. White wasn't all the way established yet. Damian Deere comes in for the Reddies. Come in for Davenport. Inbound comes to Miles. Miles, a deep 3, in and out, no. Rebound to Furlong. Pass ahead from Jones on the left side to Parsons. Parsons looks for a cutting White, finds him down the block. We'll have to dribble it back out toward the corner before finally getting it to Parsons. Over to Free, and now to Furlong, top of the key. Swinford guards him there. Hand off to Jones, he head fakes. Gets in the lane, kicks it out. Wide open Parsons, his 3 on the way is no good. Rebound tipped, out of bounds, Ready ball. Miholcic back into the game for the Reddies. First sub for Northwestern is going to be number 23, Ravel Moody, a senior from Denver, Colorado. A transfer from Tennessee State. They've got a transfer from East Tennessee State and then one from regular Tennessee State in Nashville. Here comes Swinford back the other way. Hand off to Deere. Deere bounces to Miholcic, top of the key. Now Riddle, one dribble, finds fire, another 3, bang! Malik Riddle off the bench with 2 quick 3s, and the Reddies have their first lead of the afternoon. Free, top of the key to Furlong. He'll dribble. Now goes around the handoff, and Free ends up with it after the loose ball. Out to Furlong. His right wing 3 is on the way and no good. Rebound, Swinford. Swinford bounced ahead to Deere in the front court. Damian looks down to Swinford in the corner. Yuri takes off, spins. Little floater from 8 is no good. Rebound tipped, out of bounds. It's Northwestern ball. Tim McDonald checks in the game. He'll take Swinford's place. 13:04 to play in the first half. Reddies 14, Rangers 13. Reddies have gone on a 6-0 run over the last minute and a half. Northwestern has not scored in over 2.5 minutes. Crossover, Free. Between the legs dribble and changes direction. Picks it up, wants to go left side, but instead goes on the right side to White. He drives in, draws a foul. Before the shot, they'll say. Foul is on Tim McDonald. His first, team's 3rd foul. They'll get the shot clock reset. Moody will inbound. Moody with the inbound, looking for something on the weak side. Now comes near side to Parsons on the wing. Drives, splits defenders, kicks it out to Free. He head fakes, gets into the elbow. Now underneath, Parsons spins, one dribble, reverse layup, block, gets it back, puts it up and in. Miles back the other way. They thought about trapping. Goes around the ball screen and then back the other way. Lobbed underneath, McDonald turns, baby hook in the lane is too strong, no good. Rebound tipped out to Moody. And he'll bring it up. Crosses 2 defenders. Now skips it left side to White. In the corner is Parsons. He head fakes on Miholcic. Has it tipped. Almost taken away. He's out of bounds. Davenport back in for the Reddies. A little warning. Furlong has been running his mouth all afternoon, and now Big Tom tries to get into it. He did have a technical, part of a double technical against Southwestern on Thursday night. Riddle with it on the right wing for the Reddies. We'll have a timeout at the next dead ball. Riddle goes around the screen, looks on the roll, pass is tipped, and Furlong takes it away. Quickly ahead to Free on the left side. He'll wait for his teammates to catch up to him. Now White, go on the right side to Parsons. Parsons beats Riddle off the dribble, bounces it across, but it's kicked out of bounds. And that's where we will step aside for now. 11:42 left to play in the first half. Northwestern Oklahoma State 15, Reddies 14 back after this. You're listening to Ready Basketball on the Henderson State Sports Network. Back here with you from the Duke Wells Center in Arkadelphia. 11:42 to play in the first half. Reddies trail 15-14 against Northwestern Oklahoma this moment, and I believe it is Ranger basketball off the kicked ball. They'll have fresh 20 on the shot clock. Reddies 33% from the field. Northwestern shooting 55%. Moody will inbound. It's in the short corner to Parsons. Parsons splits a double team, dumps it underneath to Furlong and back out to Moody. He pump fakes, lobs over to the left side, Freeze left open, fakes, then fires a three. It's off the mark. Boyce the rebound. Now Deere will bring it up the floor for the Reddies, who's trailed by one. Deere looks over to Davenport on the left wing. Doesn't use the ball screen, so it gets to Boyce, who swings it to Deere. They'll bounce underneath to Miholcic, who had his man underneath. Shots up and good. Free waits for White to bring it into the front court. Now dribbles over the right side on the wing. Now changes direction, uses the ball screen. Left side, Moody. His three is on the way. It's good. In the corner with it is Deere. Goes left side, now hits Miholcic to the free throw line and back out to Davenport. 10:25 to play, Reddies trail 18-16. There's Boyce underneath, spins and lost his footing as a travel. A little technical difficulty there, I apologize for that. Northwestern basketball, 10:22 to play in the half. Reddies trail 18-16. There's going to be a technical foul on Miholcic. That's his fourth Reddy team foul. And Free will go to the free throw line to shoot the penalty. First is up and good. Now Free will go to the line for one more. He is 91% free throw shooter, averaging 12 points per game, 3 rebounds, 2.5 assists. The second one is no good. That'll be Northwestern basketball at the division line. Moody will inbound for the Rangers, lobs it in the backcourt to Free. Only cost the Reddies 1 point as of now. Left side it goes. Parsons back to Free between the circles. Wants to switch sides of the floor. Moody beats Davenport off the dribble. Goes up through contact. Nothing there. Reddies grab the rebound. Cam Gain up the left side. Quickly now out to Swinford. Swinford drives downhill. Goes up and under. No good. Rebound back tapped out to White. White in transition to Parsons. Loses the ball as he tried to split 3 defenders, and Swinford takes it right out of his hands. Back to the way come the Reddies, 3-on-2. Davenport underneath and scores. Reddies trail by 1. It's 19-18. Free in the front court, left side. Parsons will come way out to the volleyball line. Hesitates. Crossover dribble, pulls up free throw line, kicks it out to Moody on the right wing. He's open for another 3. It's an air ball. Might have been deflected, but Miles with the rebound. Long pass ahead to Davenport in the front court. Now Cam Gain and now Miles again. Dumps it inside to Boyce and he's fouled. By White. His first, second foul on Northwestern. Jones returns for the Rangers along with number 11 Eric Hansick. He's the one who went to East Tennessee State. He's originally from Chino Hills, California. And he finds himself in Alva, Oklahoma. Miles inbounds to Davenport on the right side. Now Du Bois stops the key, thought about it, then gets it back to Davenport, and now Miles on the wing. Goes around the screen, Boyce slips to the corner. His shot off one dribble is no good. Rebound comes down to Furlong. Free slows down as he crosses the division line into the front court. Behind the back dribble, now goes back, now top of the key. Left side it goes to Hansick, and now down to Parsons. Reverses it all the way around to Jones. They'll dump it into Furlong, and he can't control it. Out of bounds, ready ball. Miles will get the inbound. Looks like he'll be guarded the length of the floor by Parsons. Breaks that pressure easily and goes over to Davenport. Now to Cam Gain on the left side. Looks out for Boyce in the corner. And he's on the sideline. The Northwestern ball once again on the sideline. Free gets the inbound pass. Miles with some light ball pressure. With the right side, crosses into the front court. Miles makes him lose the ball, but he gets it right back. They'll go on a handoff, and there's a foul on Davenport. He chucked the cutter, his second, 5th Reddy team foul. Miholcic will come in for Swinford. I'll get the shot clock set to 20. It was at 19. Parsons will inbound. Free goes back and gets it. Still in the front court, and Miles will come out and guard him. It's around the screen right side. Pulls up, dumps underneath the Furlong, but Miles got in front of it, tipped it out of bounds. Free will inbound from the baseline, but not before Deere checks into the game. Now Free will inbound. Looks for a man going downhill and then gets to Hansick in the corner. Hands it right back off to Free. He goes around some player. Now left side it goes. Jones back to Free. His long 3 from the right wing is on the way and good. Miles up the left side for the Reddies. Uses a screen from Miholcic. Now creates space. Now Deere, corner 3 of his own is no good. Hansick the rebound, and he is fouled by Boyce. Boyce's first, Reddy's 16th foul. Timeout on the floor. 7:48 left to play in the first half. Northwestern 22, Reddy's 18. Back after this. You're listening to Reddy Basketball on the Henderson State Sports Network. Blake Smith back here with you from the Duke Wells Center in Arkadelphia. Reddies trail Northwestern Oklahoma State 22-18. Reddies 7 of 21 from the field. A little better than they got started in the first half on Thursday. 4 of their 7 made field goals have been from the three-point line. Northwestern shooting 4 of 9 from 3 as well. They're 8 of 16 from the field and lead it by 4. Be Northwestern basketball. Now comes to Free. The Reddies will pressure in the backcourt. Miles and Free back there by themselves. Free goes up the left-hand side, goes around the ball screen from Furlong. Hand off to Parsons. Now back in the left side of Free. His 3 on the way is good. And out comes to Miles. He'll be guarded by Jones the length of the floor. Miles on the right side, picks it up at the wing. Now Swinford top of the key, swings it left side to Deere. Deere to Miholcic. He'll dribble a couple times before handing off to Miles. Miles left side, gets it down the corner to Swinford. Out to Deere right side, dumps it underneath to Miholcic. He fakes, goes up, misses the shot. The ball is tapped on the rebound. It's out of bounds. It's a Reddy basketball. At the shot clock reset to 20 for the Reddies. Inbound comes to Miles. Now Swinford on the right side. Now further down the wing to Camgain. Top to Holchich. His left side to Deere. 7 minutes left in the half. 25-18. Reddies trail. Left wing Camgain looks at his options. Drives baseline. Picks it up. Back to Swinford and now back to Miles. His 3 on the way. No good. Long rebound. Jones will track it down for the Rangers. Goes in transition himself. Back out to Free left side. Now Jones. Left wing. Down to Free in the corner. And he stepped on the inline. On the sideline, excuse me. 6:40 is where the clock stops. 25-18, Reddies trail here. The shot clock is at 35. It's not. There's no 35-second shot clock in men's basketball anymore. Riddle checks back in for the Reddies. He'll take Deere's place. Reddies 0 of their last 4 from the field, 1 of their last 7, and have not scored in over 3 minutes of gameplay. Miles up the right side into the front court. Hesitates, drives to the left side, dumps it underneath for no one in particular. It's out of bounds. Miles will wait on Free till almost the half-court line. Coach Elgis not pleased with, I believe, Miholcic. Free goes around a rub screen, now uses the ball screen as he changes direction, crosses in the lane and back out to Jones. Head fakes between the legs dribble. They'll reverse it all the way in the corner to Hansick. They want to get it into Furlong and then do. He'll go to work. Back out to Hansick. His left wing 3 is on the way. Too strong. Rebound Camgain. Gets to Riddle. And now ahead to Miles, and here come the Reddies. Hesitation, back out to Camgain in the corner. His 3 is on the way. Bang! Now they're going to get Camgain on a flopping warning. And the Reddies get it to within 4, and Boyce will check back in. Check in for Miholcic. Miles will guard Free the length of the court as he goes up the left side. Free with 10 points to lead all scorers. Parsons between the circles, dribbles to the right side. Now crosses over, gets in the lane, creates separation, steps through. Little free throw line jumper is no good. Rebound fought for. Parsons comes with it. Camgain rips it right out of his head. They're going to call it a held ball. And it'll be Reddy's ball in the alternating possession either way. White will return for Northwestern. Miles will get the inbound pass from Boyce, and the Reddies hope to trim this 4-point deficit. This goes right side. Tried to create separation, could not do so. We'll get Cam Gain now to Riddle on the left side. Looks for Cam Gain off the flare cut. He drives under, throws the bounce pass to Boyce. Great ball movement. Riddle's deep three. Bang! Out of the way comes Jones. He drives all the way underneath, reverse layup, and scores. Not great transition defense for the Reddies, but the lead is trimmed to 3. Miles goes around the screen down to the corner. It's double teamed there with some very tall players. Timeout Reddies. We'll see what he takes. I would assume a 30-second timeout. It is a 30-second timeout. 4:50 to play in the first half. Northwestern 27, Reddies 24. 16 fouls to 2. That's not a great look. Riddle leads the Reddies with 9 points off the bench. He has shot the ball very well for three-point range. He's 3 of 3 from back there. It's been a majority of the game owned by Northwestern with the lead. They started on the 5 or 7-0 run to start the game. It's tough for the Reddies, who just used their first timeout. Now we'll have it coming out of there as we look to make a little bit of improvement in the last 4:50 of the first half. Reddies taking their time getting out of the huddle. Now they'll make their way in. Officials still discussing something. Whatever it is, it got resolved easily. Miles will inbound from the baseline. Gets it out to Boyce on the right side. Drives in on Furlong, stops, jumper, no good. Long rebound, tapped out. Miles will get it and he's fouled. They'll get that foul to Anthony Jones, his first, third Northwestern team foul. Miles will inbound again. Does not get the inbound to Boyce this time. Does so in the corner, though. Miles fakes, drives out toward the wing, now gets it out there to Swinford. Miles on the right side, rejects the screen, drives, right elbow, pull-up jumper is short. He gets his own rebound, goes up, puts up a floater. It's no good. Rebound tapped, and White comes down with it for Northwestern. Quickly past ahead to Parsons and back out to Free. White hands it back to Free, goes to the right side to Set. It's the entry top of the key to Furlong. Handoff to Parsons. His three on the way is no good. Rebound Swinford. Gave it to Riddle, but Swinford got it right back. Miles ahead now to Cam Gain. His corner three on the way is no good. Rebound. Furlong comes down with it. There's it out to Jones on the right side. He'll get it to Free inside the jump circle and inside of 4 minutes to play in the half. Jones right side, now top of the key Furlong. Gets it to Parsons on the left wing. Top of the key, there's a foul underneath on Boyce. That's his second, and that puts the Rangers in the 1-1. And they will shoot that 1-1 when we come back. 3:45 to play in the half. Northwestern leads the Reddies 27-24. We'll be back after this. You're listening to Reddy Basketball on the Henderson State Sports Network. 3:45 left in the first half. Reddies trail 27-24 and have committed 17 fouls, so that will put, looks like, Anthony Jones on the free throw line for Northwestern to shoot the 1-and-1. Is Jones on the line. He is a 76% free throw shooter, averaging 8.5 points a game. The only Northwestern starter that does not average in double figures. They've already got 2. Jones in and out, no good. He has 10, as does Free. Miles will bring it up the floor for the Reddies, guarded by Moody, who's checked back into the game. Miles dribbles to the left. Looks for his options there. They're looking for Riddle on the back screen. Nothing doing. He'll come back up top. Drives, illegal screen on Miholcic. His second, 8th team foul. That will bring Parsons back into the game for Northwestern. Looks like it'll bring McDonald back in for the Reddies. Miholcic will go to the bench once again. Inbound will come to Free. Miles will guard him. Left side. Hesitation dribble, now crosses over. Drives now, top the key between the circles. It goes to Parsons. Hand off to Jones. He'll try to balance the floor once again. Kicks it out. Wide open 3 for White is good.
Larry White for 3.
The right side, Miles in the front court. They threatened a double team, but ran both men off, and now Miles has some more space to work. Behind the back dribble, looks in the lane, kicks it out to Swinford at the elbow. He spins, dumps it back to Miles, short corner, 8-footer is good. (30-26), the Reddies trail, 2:40 left in the half. Right side it goes. Jones doesn't use the ball screen, instead gets it to White. He head fakes, then fires a 3 with a hand in his face and hits. Miles in the front court, crosses over. Now stops on the right wing. A 7-point deficit for the Reddies, and the ball was tipped out of bounds by Northwestern, who has led by as many as 8. They started this game on the 11-3 run. Getting closer and closer to that. Riddle will inbound for the Reddies. Miles will get the inbound and will stand in the volleyball line directing traffic before taking off. Left wing Swinford looks inside for Cam Gain. Will get it to him on the block. He's doubled. Great no look pass to McDonald. He goes up, misses the shot, but he's fouled by Parsons. His first team's 4th. McDonald to the line for the Reddies. 2-shot foul here. Clock stops at 2:07. First one on the way for McDonald is good. One more coming. One more, it's on the way for McDonald and good. 33-28 now, the Reddies trail by 5. Jones will send everybody else away. Free will go running off guard for this part of the set. Right side, down the corner to Parsons, a dangerous spot, guarded by Cam Gain. Back up top to Jones. Free, swings it left side to White. Another 3 on the way for White is no good. Cam Gain pulls down the rebound with one hand. Now out to Miles on the right side, up the floor. Uses the screen from Swinford, gets inside the lane. Great no-look pass to McDonald, who is fouled. And Furlong picks up his second. 5 Northwestern team fouls. Right back to the line goes Tim McDonald. Chance Love for Northwestern will check in. First one is up and no good. Love, the sophomore from Madison, Illinois, transfer from South Suburban College. First free throw for McDonald was no good. Second shot is up and good. He corrects that error. Gets the Reddies back to within 4. floor, hands off Jones to Free. Free hesitates, spins and hands it back off to Jones on the right side. Top the key, Love swings it on the left side to Parsons. Free has to go all the way over and get it. He'll take 2 dribbles, pulls up off a screen, fires a 3 off the mark. Rebound, ball's on the floor. Miles comes away with it finally. Left side, Cam Gain. Cam Gain beats Free into the front court, goes up, scores, and draws the foul. Free picks up his first 6 Northwestern team fouls. Cam Gain completes the 3-point play. And number 10, Jalen Smith, will come in for the Rangers, a redshirt sophomore from Wichita, Kansas. He too went to Coffeyville Community College. Little pressure, White gets it back over to Smith, who brings it up the left side. Goes around, dribbles to his right side, Miles to guard him. Now gets to Parsons between the circles. Dribbles to his right, gets through, fakes, kicks it out left side to Smith. He head fakes, takes the long 2. The jumper is no good. The rebound is tipped and controlled by Malik Riddle. Miles to go up the right side. We have 36 seconds and now 35. Right side goes to Cam Gain. Now back to Miles. Dribbles to the left, uses the ball screen, drives inside, tries to back it out. Almost had it back tap, hits a cutting Riddle. He turns, fires up the jumper, and is fouled by Parsons, his second, 7th Northwestern team foul. The Reddies have gone on a 6-0 run in just under 2 minutes. Northwestern has not had a point in over 2 minutes. First of 2 is up and good. Moody checks back into the game for Northwestern. Clock stop, 22.3. We're tied at 33. The Reddies keep fighting back. They've run off 7 in a row. Shot is up and good for Riddle. He's got 11 off the bench. Reddies lead it. Timeout Northwestern. They'll take the timeout with 19 seconds left. It'll be a 30-second timeout. The Reddies have their first lead in a while. Trailed by as many as 8 in the early goings of this game. They've done a great job to fight back and now take the lead. And a lot of that can be credited to Malik Riddle's performance off the bench. 2 points at the free throw line, perfect 3 of 3 from the 3-point line to lead the Reddies with 11 points, to lead all scorers with 11 points in this one. Again, Northwestern will have the ball on the near sideline just in front of me. Jones will inbound. Inbound will come into Smith. They can and probably will try to hold for the last shot. Smith finally takes off dribbling, guarded by Miles. 11 seconds and now 10. Left side to Moody, and Smith gets it right back. To his right, looks to dump it inside, does so to White. Turns and faces, dribbles it off his foot in the corner to Jones. His 3 at the buzzer is no good. And we have reached the end of the first half of play with the score, Reddies 34, Northwestern Oklahoma State 33. Back after this with your halftime show, stats, scores, and much more. You're listening to Reddy Basketball on the Henderson State Sports Network. Welcome into the Holiday Inn Express halftime show. Taking a trip to Arkadelphia soon. Plan your stay at Holiday Inn Express of Caddo Valley. Located conveniently off of I-30, the Holiday Inn Express of Caddo Valley is perfect for your next family trip. Give them a call, 870-403-0880. Joined by Coach Jill Thomas, fresh off of an 87-78 win. And, Coach, you have to be ecstatic about how well your team shot the ball throughout the game.
Yeah, we definitely understood what we needed to do offensively today, and we came out of the gates. First quarter, we came out strong. Took a few minutes off there in the second quarter. Talked a lot about it at halftime, and I thought they came out and made every adjustment they needed to, and just had all the confidence in the world to come out and do what we do and shoot the ball when we need to shoot it, and not take the shots that seemed a little bit more forced, and play a little bit inside out. And the post presence definitely helped us today. Anytime in general, but especially when you're playing a zone, when we get our post moving and posting like that, it's just drawing two people out of that zone all the time.
There was a big stretch there in the third quarter where Carrington Whaley scored about 8 points in a row off of those post looks, and she hadn't had much of an offensive time before that, but I mean, it's because they just packed the lane in on the back half of that zone.
Correct, and I thought they had to adjust a little bit because we took some really smart shots and got it going outside a little bit, so they had to kind of shade out, and then obviously that just opens up Kay right there in the paint.
And you, another thing, you limited turnovers. I think you only had 2 turnovers in the entire second half, and they were not able to put nearly as many points on the board as they traditionally would off of turnovers. You handled the ball excellently.
Yeah, that's something we've done actually pretty well all season. We've been smart about that. Just overall offensively, just a good showing. I mean, we put up 87 points, which is always nice, something we should be able to do every time we step on the court, and so it's really nice, and hopefully it gives our players the confidence to continue to do that offense and make those reads and have the confidence to knock down those shots and distribute the ball.
Well, it seems like every game we've called since I've been here, we've had one player really stand out, and it's not always the ones we expect. And today it was Jada Pickens, and she just absolutely went off in the second half this afternoon.
Yeah, Jada Pickens, you can't say her name and not smile ear to ear. What a little spark plug she is, and if you ever spend some time with her, a very unique person in every positive way there is. Just watching her grow from being a freshman last year and being thrown into the fire and playing great minutes, she's just really grown into herself and her own player this year. She messed up on that ball screen under a minute and fouled, and she was like, "It's okay, I got you back," and then goes and gets an O board. So, yeah, it's huge. One of the biggest things that just continues to stand out right now is I think early in this season we used that depth in the bench a lot more, and for whatever reason I kind of went away for that in this middle part of the season, and we all know where that happened, and now we're back. Like, we have a lot of players who can contribute, and it's a really positive thing. Competition is good as long as our team continues to understand that and buy into each other. We have bodies everywhere, so we could play more aggressive on defense. We can sub more, we can change lineups more like you've seen, and so I think with us, any player could be the high scorer